Hello everyone, welcome to this new series that I'm doing, Game Maker Megaman tutorial. The Game Maker Sonic tutorial is pretty much finished now, so I'm moving on to this. And by popular demand, I am actually putting the source code in the description now, so basically the Game Maker file. If you have any problems with your game for some reason, then you can just refer to that Game Maker file. The file will be in Game Maker 8.1 format, but there's a handy converter that will convert it to GameMaker 8.0 format for you. I will put that in the description, and you can just import it in GameMaker Studio. But without further ado, let's get to this. First, we're going to add some sprites. First, sprite Megaman stand. I will put the sprite sheet in the description, which you can use to get these sprites. Now, as always, center it. 24 minus 16 is 8. So there we go. Now, sprite Megaman walk. Here the same. Center it. 24 minus 16 is 8. So there we go. And actually, just make this 10. It will look a little bit better. Right, now sprite Megaman jump. Now here it's a little tricky, because in official Megaman games, this part under his right feet, so this thing here, is actually not checked for collision, so we need to account for that. It's let's see, 6 pixels tall. So let's just assume that the height is actually 24 instead of 30, because 30 minus 6 is 24. So 24 minus 16 is 8, and you will need 8 here. And the last one, sprite Megaman step. This is the sidestepping sprite. I will explain sidestepping in a minute for those who don't know. But once again, center it, and 24 minus 16 is 8. Just put everything into one folder called Megaman. It's not really necessary, but it keeps things organized. And then we need one more sprite, which is sprite solid. Just create a 16 by 16 sprite. Just pick a random color that you want. I recommend changing this opacity to about 200, so that if you use tiles you can still see them through it. And you can do little fancy things here. If you want to add anything else, click replace, and then you can add something like this. It's not necessary, but it looks pretty to me. So there we go. So now we're done with all the sprites. We will add the objects. We will need 2 objects. Object Megaman. The default sprite is sprite Megaman stand, and the mask is... Oh, I forgot the mask. Duplicate sprite Megaman stand here. Call it sprite Megaman mask. Color everything black. Just be sure to change the opacity again to 255. Just make everything black here. And then click modify mask, manual, and then do the following. Left is 4, right is also 4, but that means that 20 minus 4 is 16, and top is also 4. This dark black here, well, the rest is gray, but this black rectangle here, that's actually checked for collision. These gray lines, they are not, because we just hit manual. Right, and then hit OK. And for in Object Megaman, hit Sprite Megaman mask for the mask. Right. Now create another object, object solid. Make sure to hit the solid box here. And that's all we're going to need for this object. Now we're going to create a room go to settings, call it something like room test or something. You can choose the name yourself. These are the correct values for real Megaman games. These are the screen resolutions. And speed, make sure it's 60, because Megaman games run at 60 FPS. Right, now just add solids. Oh, I forgot to change this to 16. Right, now add solids. Something like this. And then place Megaman somewhere in this room. Alright. Now, we are going to go to Object Megaman. And first we go to the create event. Now we need a few variables here. Ground equals true, which indicates if we are on the ground. It's true if we are on the ground, and it's false if we are not. Let's see. Is step equals false? Are we sidestepping? I will get into sidestepping a bit later. Let's see. Val equals 0. Our current movement speed. And we also need here step timer equals 0. That's a timer for sidestepping, which I will also get into later. It's for the physics variables. To copy paste this, but you can just write this down. These are the official Megaman physics values, so I didn't estimate them like I did in the Sonic tutorial. I actually looked them up, and these are the exact values. I mean, I wouldn't be able to estimate the walk speed so closely, for example. Yeah, just take these, and then we need one more variable called init step equals true, and this basically means that if we are going to move, do we need to step first? Alright, so that's all for the create event. Now go to step event, and here we're going to add some movement code. Let's see, if keyboard, well, first movement. If keyboard check VK right, so if we are holding right, and there's not a solid on the right of us, then first of all we face right, so image x scale equals 1. And now we need to add the sidestepping. Basically what sidestepping is if Megaman starts walking while standing still, he doesn't walk for a few frames, or well, he walks really slowly. This to allow more precise platforming. Basically, for 7 frames, he only walks very slowly, and then after that he walks at full speed. That's how it is in the original Mega Man games, so we're going to do that here as well. Now, if init step equals true, so if we are supposed to step here, so init step equals false. Now is step equals true, and that's basically it. And say else if is step equals false. So if we are not, is step indicates if we are currently sidestepping. So if we are not supposed to sidestep and we are also currently not sidestepping, then val equals say walk speed. Alright, and then we can do the same for left, if keyboard, else if keyboard check VK left, and not place meaning x plus val minus 1 or after solid. So if we are holding left and there's not a solid on the left of us, image x scale equals minus 1. We can do the same here, if init step equals true, else if is step equals false, val equals minus walk speed here, so we walk left, and here init step equals false, is step equals true. Right, so that's what we need here. One more thing. Here, add sprite index equals sprite Megaman walk, so that we actually show the walking sprite, and here do the same. Right. Below this, if step equals true, so if we're currently sidestepping, then val equals actually no. This image execute should only be executed here. So just remove it from here and add it to both of these brackets. There we go. So val equals image xscale times step speed. So we walk into the direction that we are facing with our step speed. Sprite index equals sprite Megaman step. Then we go step timer plus equals 1. And if step timer is greater or equal to step frames, so the amount of frames that we are supposed to step, if step timer equals 0, is step equals false, so we are not currently stepping. And yeah, that's it really. So this handles the stepping. Now what we want to do, if none of these happen, so if we are not holding right and we are not holding left, then, so just add else there, else step timer 0, we restart the step, val equals 0, we are not moving, sprite index equals sprite Megaman stand. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, is step equals false. No, sorry, that's not necessary. Init step equals true, that's the one I wanted. Right, so add this. But we only want to do this if step equals false, because if we are currently sidestepping, we do not want to suddenly stop moving. And not to allow actual movement. Movement x plus equals val. That makes sure that we can walk horizontally. Right, so now if we test this game, well, I forgot one thing. Here, sprite Megaman walk, image speed equals 0.15, else Megaman is going to spaz out. Yeah, also add this to the right, of course. So now we can see that we can walk, we can sidestep, and yeah, that seems to work fine. Right, now that's done. We can actually go to gravity. First, we will need to check if we are on the ground, and we will need to put that at the very top here. So check if we are on the ground. If place meeting xy plus vertical speed plus 1 object solid. So if there's a solid beneath us, then ground equals true, and else ground equals false. Right, so that's all we need. And this movement should only be done if we are on the ground. So this entire thing up until sidestepping, so we don't sidestep in the air, should only be executed if we are on the ground. If we are not on the ground, so just add an else here, then it's a little different. If keyboard check vk right and not place meeting x plus val plus 1 y object solid, so if we hold right and we are not and if there's not a solid on the right of us, then val equals move speed, image x scale equals 1, and I think that's it really. There's not a whole lot that needs to be done here. It's just when you hold right, you move right. That's the Megaman air physics are. And else if keyboard check VK left and not place meeting x plus val minus 1 y object solid. So if you're holding left and there's nothing solid on the left of us, then val equals minus move speed, image x scale equals minus 1, so we face left. And at all times, if ground equals false, we want to say sprite index equals sprite Megaman jump. So if we are in the air, we always want to show the jumping sprite. But if we are not holding any directions, or if there's a solid on the right of us, etc., then val equals 0, and that's it. It's not much else. Now we also want to add some other things in the air, because now if we jump and then land on the ground, we still need to sidestep, and we don't want that. So here put init step equals false, step timer equals 0, is step equals false, and anything else we forgot? No, I don't think so. Alright, so now we can go to gravity. If ground equals true, then gravity 0, because we don't want to have gravity. Else, if ground equals false, so if we are in the air, gravity equals grav, which we added in the create event, and if vertical speed is greater than what was it called again? Max vertical speed, alright. Greater than max vertical speed equals max vertical speed. That basically it says speed cap there. And now finally jumping. If ground equals true, and keyboard check pressed. So if we press the Z key here, you can change this key to whatever you want. Let's see, vertical speed equals minus jump speed. Minus because we want to move up in the game maker. Negative vertical values go up for some reason. And sprite index equals sprite Megaman jump, and ground equals false. Alright, so now we want to that one more thing, and that is which I call min jumping. Basically, if you stop holding the jump key somewhere in mid-air, your jump momentum slows down. Yeah, so if you're moving up by jumping and then you let go of the key, you immediately stop jumping. And in Mega Man games, your vertical speed is pretty much set to 0. Sorry, I'm not sure why I did that there. Oh, never mind. In the create event we add one more variable, and that's can min jump, and that's true by default. And it's also true if you're on the ground, so in gravity just add this. Can min jump equals true. And if we are in the air and can min jump equals true, then we can reset our vertical momentum. So if ground equals false and vertical speed, let's see, this is a bit complicated. Smaller than 0, and can min jump equals true. Here can min jump equals false. vertical speed equals 0. Let's see, is this correct? Yes, I think it is. So now we can add one more thing. Actually, two more things. Click Add Event, Collision with Object Solid. And here we add Move Contact Solid, Direction 12, and vertical speed equals 0. Just take from me this handles the solid collision. And in Draw event, add Draw Self. It currently gives an error because it's not a script yet. We will create a script for that. So here, add Draw Self. That's the name of the script. So that's what it is. And then add the following code. Draw sprite x, sprite index, image index, round x, round y, image x scale, image y scale, image angle, image blend, image alpha. Basically this makes sure that the game doesn't draw Megaman on half pixels. Sometimes a bit of a sprite is gone if you don't do this. It's a bit hard to explain, but just take from me it's useful. So now you can see Megaman jump. Oops, I forgot one thing in the main jumping. And of course we are not holding the jump button. I completely forgot to check that. Alright, so now if you test. Let's see, where was it? Here. I messed up. It's actually walk speed, not move speed. I'm very sorry. One last thing though that we will change. I noticed that sometimes Megaman can jump up 3 blocks and sometimes it can't. So I'm actually going against the rules here and add a little bit to this value so that he can always jump up 3 blocks. And for the mask, let's actually click Modify Mask and then here left 5 and right 15. And that's all. I think it should work better now. Yeah, he can always jump up 3 blocks now. So yeah, that's it for this part. Next part we'll be covering shooting. And that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching.